Did you see that the Ducks versus them videos that the Oregon program put out last year?
Yeah.
You know, those are those game recap vids.
They did a really nice job with those.
They did a great job with them.
Yeah.
They went viral. That's the one where we learned of Lanning's. Well, that was the Colorado pregame.
Yeah, that's where we got the talk with your helmet, right?
The clicks versus
They're fighting
wins.
for clicks. We're fighting for wins.
That's one of the great ones, by the way. Because no one plays for more clicks than Oregon.
I don't
They
know.
also play for wins.
I don't know if building out that video staff was Lanning's idea when he got here, but there was a noticeable difference from this season or most recent season to the previous, and it was impressive, I thought.
Those videos, and they did one after every game, they got 55 million views.
Good Lord.
On internet.
Well, there's a reason why people do that stuff. I mean, Dion, when he got to Colorado, had his very own team that he brought with him, which is, it is interesting that they did the whole thing.
I ran through that bull junk you wrote.
They did, Oregon and Lanning did that whole thing about how we're not doing anything for clicks and helmet and all that, and yet 55 million clicks tuned into those.
Yeah.
They did a really nice job with them.
That's the irony of it.
Yeah.
They just released an off-season workout one, which I'm sure is nothing like as good as the in-season ones, but they keep grinding them.
Yeah, I saw that. They're running around in their sports bras and all that.
Wait, what?
Well, everyone now wears the heart rate monitors and like the GPS tractors, and they look like you're wearing.
Yeah, the tracking devices, because they're measuring your chest inhalation and exhale and your pulse and your heart rate. It looks like a sports bra.
Well, if you've got 55 million views or whatever, I mean, that's significant dough advertising wise.
Oh, absolutely.
If you can sell it.
I guarantee they do. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Well, exactly. But, it's new. Yeah. So that's the first. They probably just went out, they put it out as promotional material at first. But now, coming into this year, those things should be sponsored.
Oh, I can't imagine that they
maybe
won't
DeBella.
Oh, there you go. DeBella's got a little free money now that the Timbers.
I think we always see the Nike logo on the front and back end of it. But not that counts as an advertisement for them. But they're getting their logo on it.
Yeah, something tells me. Does Nike even have to pay to be on, or does Nike just tell Oregon to?
We just get to be on there
and put the swoosh on there. Because what was like Washington, whose deal with Adidas, they said that they want to be the Oregon for Nike. That's Washington's goal
for Adidas.
For Adidas, I'm like,
that's kind of Kansas.
Well, Kansas certainly has that. Well,
I think we're the biggest Adidas school.
Oh, it's not even close. I mean, Adidas doesn't have many schools, and I've said this with UW, and I know UW fan always took it. Everyone in UW hates Nike because obviously Oregon, but
oh come on, they'd be a Nike school in a second.
Well, it doesn't behoove Washington. Adidas is not cool to kids. It's just not.
Yeah.
You talk to anyone on the recruiting trail, and it is a negative that Washington is an Adidas school.
Yeah, I think it's a negative that Kansas is too.
Yeah, it's not viewed as the cool thing that kids want to be a part of. I'm not saying it's the end all, the be all, but it does not help you.
No, but they're just.
There's just too much money.
Big money deals.
Yeah.
It's just that I will say this at Adidas, and I hate that Kansas is not a Nike school because I'm a Nike guy.
They used to be.
But, if I go shopping for new KU gear every couple of years, I'm like, it's all the Adidas crap. And I don't like that. But I will say with their jerseys and stuff, at least on the basketball side, football too.
It's getting better.
They've done a pretty good job with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff's pretty cool.
It's getting better. It's just that when you talk to 17 and 18-year-old kids, no one wants to wear Adidas stuff. It's not cool. But the unique branding that Nike has with Oregon, they'll never. I think it might have been Dusty and Danny that were talking about this, but what?
Danny and Dusty.
Danny and Dusty. Sorry, there'll never be another one because. You think about how unique it is. Kansas obviously is a big deal for Adidas, right? It's one of the best basketball programs ever, blue blood, and they've got their hooks in. It's the crown jewel of it. In Washington, maybe they become the crown jewel of their football schools because there's not many. I think Wisconsin is another one. There's a couple, but I think there's 10 or 12 total.
That KU Adidas deal is the largest apparel deal in college athletics.
Which is why they went with Adidas.
14 years, $200 million.
Yeah. I mean, they had to overpay to be on the to get Kansas out of Nike because they needed a marquee brand. And like I said, maybe they're trying to do that with Washington, but to say that you can be the Oregon, Nike was founded I mean, like you think, my God, they were pouring molds for shoes at the campus at their track coach's house. Like there'll never be another school with an attachment to it like Nike. I mean, Under Armour had Maryland,
like Oregon,
or like Oregon, yeah, because like the Maryland guy that started Under Armour, he played football at Maryland, but it wasn't born and bred out of that university. There'll never be another school with a connection to a company quite like Nike in Oregon. It is unique, and you can try to duplicate it, and many schools have. And it's not like Nike isn't a big deal at Ohio State or Duke or any other places, but that you just can't recreate what Oregon has with Nike because of the roots and where it was founded.
Next up in the college football Friday grab bag, I got an update on Colorado. Let's check in on Dion.
Yeah.
What's up, boss? You believe that?
Oh, and by the way, speaking of corners, Nate Wiggins, the cornerback from Clemson, who may be the first or second corner off the board, he ran 4.28.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Is that fast?
Yeah.
Do you believe?
I do believe that 4.28 is indeed fast. I don't.
But
I don't know. It's fast.
John Ross ran like a 2.5.
He is terrible.
And he sucked.
He's terrible.
So I don't know.
Wiggins supposed to be good.
So we'll check in on Dion and the 14-team playoff that appears to be coming to college football in 2026. Why is that not 16? And why is that not 32? And why is that not 64?
112.
Are there 112 teams?
Yeah. Isn't there like I think there's like 100, because we go through the rankings, and I think it's like 112, 116, something like that play Division I football.
Wouldn't we want 124 though? At 62, oh no, we wouldn't.
What?
Damn it!
If there's not that many,
wait, 60.
We can't have more teams.
I'm doing
than,
math.
than
There are
teams.
134 FBS schools.
Then we could do 64. 64 is 128.
Okay.
128.
So we'll leave out
6
only
teams
6.
get left out.
Yeah.
Don't be one of them.
And you get a playoffs. We'll just start the playoffs in week 1.
Exactly.
You lose, you're out.
That's the way it should be.
Only one team's left undefeated.